Right, settle in, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your hands, arms, feet, legs, and head inside the vehicle at all times. In short, Steve and I are going our separate ways. I'll be launching something I've wanted to do for years, and I think you're going to really like it. To share the context around this change with you, on August 26th, Steve shared a PDF in the Jung to Live By Discord server. In that PDF was a link to a new website, Jung to Live By Official. And on that website was a sign-up page for a new paid access Discord server, also Jung to Live By Official. I was not told about this in advance. I was not consulted, and I was very surprised by this. Jung to Live By, the YouTube channel, this one, is registered to me and always has been. There were videos on this channel long before I met Steve and Pauline. jungtoliveby.com is also registered to me. So to see a new website using that name surprised me. I'm also not sure what official is meant to imply in this context. Looking closer, I saw a new official team listed. And when I looked closer at the Discord landing page and the professional training page, again on August 26th, I do not know if it's since been updated, but in my personal view, the text and structure closely match copy that I wrote for jungtoliveby.com. Again, I was not given a heads up on this. I was not consulted on this. I found out about this at the same time as everybody else in the server. So later on that day, I made a statement in the server making my position very clear. Steve and I will not be working together going forward. The flood of DMs that I received shortly afterwards has genuinely floored me. This community that we've built is truly one of a kind on the internet. Thank you very, very much to everybody who has written to me with support. And I want to take a moment to say thank you especially to the students. Working with you has been the bar none highlight of my entire professional life so far. Many of you have grown to be my personal friends, and I really treasure the work that we have done together. I respect and will continue to respect all the work that you've done in your studies. And for those of you who are still training at IPSA, for the work that you will continue to do and build into the future. Since February 2020, Jung to Live By has been my entire professional life. For around 95% of the videos on this channel, I've handled the scripting, the editing, the post-production, and I've built the thumbnails. From mid-2020 until earlier this year, I ran my own seminars, sometimes multiple times a week. I've helped students with their professional and their personal development. I handled the final year theses and vivas for students, and I've handled pretty much all of the administrative work as well. I've poured my heart, my soul, and my passion into this project. So to see Steve's announcement was unexpected. And I'm going to be honest with you, this has been a really rough week. Seeing that announcement was a jolt. And in my view, this has been one of the toughest moments of my professional life. But I know myself well enough that to build something and to keep building is the thing to do. And I've had ideas and callings for a long time, and now is the moment to pursue them. To avoid any confusion between Jung to Live By and Jung to Live By Official, I will shortly be renaming this channel to my name, James P. Dowling. I have never been a fan of branding for its own sake. I'm not an organization. I'm not an institute. I'm a bloke. And as a bloke, I'm doubling down. The soul of this channel is not changing. It's going deeper. We are going straight into Jung at full depth. Carl Gustav Jung stripped of all distortion and projection and studied on his own terms, and then brought roaring into the modern day. I've been studying Jung in depth full time since 2017, alongside everything else that I do. And since 2018, I've been documenting that journey publicly on YouTube. I've read all of his collected works and rigorously applied his concepts day in, day out. Yulia and I have built our marriage on Jungian principles, and I've seen his ideas to be true time and time and time again. He is an obscenely important thinker, But I know that I'm preaching to the choir here. We're not just doing Jung, though. I'm bringing every tool that I've got. PhD level biology, serious self-taught physics, and the most cutting-edge research in science and the humanities. The result? Jung that is dangerous, alive, and battle-tested against modern evidence. I'll be delivering things with depth, rigor, and the videos will be obscenely entertaining. For too long has Jung been captured by online summary videos that dilute him into waffle and fluff, and for too long creators have projected their own desires or their own inferiorities onto him. I can say definitively that ends today. Expect videos that don't just explain Jung, they will dissect him down to the bolts and show you the working. Expect Jung to be stress tested against modern genetics, biology, neuroscience, and physics, so that we can see what stands, what maybe has been left behind from one field or another, all in the spirit of moving this field forward. I will always make it clear, always, when I'm speaking about Jung, pure, versus what is my synthesis. And the reason for that is the age of the passive viewer is over. I want you to think of this new project as an online Jungian university with no sign up, just a YouTube channel with you and me across the world from each other. Same hobby, same love. If I put out a video and you don't agree with it, if you think my synthesis is terrible, drop a 10,000 word essay in the comments. Try and break it to pieces. I will not censor you. I will not ignore you. I will engage with it, and I will really appreciate it. If it's good enough, I will also pull you onto the channel so you can defend yourself properly in a live debate. I am not an easy opponent. So that's the channel going forward. If I bring in Wolfgang Pauli, we are going full physics with no compromises. If I bring up Panksepp, we're going full neuroscience. Expect videos that just cover core Jungian concepts right the way down to the core. Expect some videos that don't necessarily on the surface have anything to do with Jung at all. Perhaps biology seminars that I have previously hosted, with as much genetic information in there as possible, as part of the substrate and the fuel for this research project that I'd like to build with everybody. And the balance I've learned to strike in my 5 years of hosting seminars is to never compromise on detail, ever, because I hate that. And the audience that I know is watching this video also hates that. So we're not going to do that. But also approachability. It doesn't matter if you've got a GCSE, a PhD, or an ASBO. You're welcome here. Alongside the channel, I'm launching something which I've wanted to do for years, but never had the opportunity to do so until now, and firmly believe has been my real online creator calling this entire time. Something I am calling the Jung Project, a private members-only weekly podcast and Discord server. It's pretty much the same price as the old Jung to Live By Discord server, but with a bollock load more. Every Friday, you will receive an audio episode straight to your private RSS feed in which I go through Jung's collected works, literally line by line. If Jung hides a key secret or idea in a footnote, I pull that up and explore it right the way through to the end of the rabbit hole. If Jung name drops a person, it doesn't matter if they're Sigmund Freud or someone unbelievably obscure and now forgotten. I pull up their profile and we explore the context and the things in which they contributed. Think of it as a hyperlinked deep dive to the most extreme degree ever conducted, academically surgical, and also obscenely entertaining. Your host won't be a dry academic. It's going to be me unleashed, me with my shadow integrated. That means that my deadpan, sardonic English sense of humor, oftentimes quite obscure, saturates the project. Think of it like a university lecture that is simultaneously Blackadder in the pub. Why? Well, one, because I want it to, and two, because humor keeps us human, keeps us alive, and it keeps Jung alive. Think about it. If Jung was alive today and you didn't just read his books but had an opportunity to hang out with him, where would you hang out with him? Would you go to Kusnacht? Would you go to a university hall? Or would you drag him into the pub and want to have a wonderful time with him? That's my style. Episode 1 is free on the channel right now, and the first 2 full episodes are waiting for members. Have a listen to it. If you vibe with it, or if you think, finally, something brilliant, then sign up as fast as you possibly can so that we can hang out on Discord today. That's another thing to mention. The date of this video is Monday, the 1st of September. For everyone who signs up for the Jung Project in the first 2 weeks, gets to take part in something I'm calling the Founding Members Q&A. This is where you can ask me 3 questions, preferably on stuff to do with Jung and depth psychology, but I know what a lot of you are like, and you like to drift into all kinds of weird and wonderful avenues. I'm open to all of that, so long as your questions do not involve illegal activity. And depending on how many people ask questions, or the length of those questions, it could be a 2-minute episode, or it could be a 7-hour marathon. I want you to hit me as hard as you possibly can. And that's to say thank you to everyone who wants to shape this project from day one. I am beyond excited for this. Let's hit it full steam ahead. Over the next 2 weeks, you will see a flood of new videos on this channel. Right now, though, you can watch episode 1 of the Jung Project completely for free. If it's your vibe, join via the link in the description. Get your 3 founding member questions in and settle into the Discord. I intend to keep the old videos up, by the way, because they've helped a lot of people. And I sincerely wish Steve and Pauline all the best with what they choose to build next. Me, though, I'm rocketing ahead 110% on this new endeavor. I think you're going to really like it. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Thank you for your support. Let's build this together.